Hi everybody and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. So to connect with this video, hit that thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button and a little notification bell. Leave a kind comment, if not for myself or somebody else to find. And as always, if you know somebody who will resonate with this video, go right ahead and share it. All of that helps out the channel, and I'm eternally grateful for all of your help. Alright, so this video is for the star sign of Taurus. Taurus sun, moon, rising, and north node. It is also for the month of November. So, excuse me. On November 5th, we have the full moon in your sign, Taurus. We have Mercury going retrograde on November 9th in Sagittarius until November 29th, which will end in Scorpio. We have Jupiter going retrograde on November 11th in Cancer. We also have Chiron retrograde in Aries. We have Saturn and Neptune, both retrograde in Pisces. Saturn will end retrograde on November 29th. And we have Uranus retrograde in Gemini until next year, which will end in Taurus. And we also have a new moon that starts out in Scorpio, and while it's still new, rolls over into Sagittarius on the 20th. So that's a little bit about what's going on in the world. I do believe Venus will be in Scorpio too. So if you want to know more about the energies, go to astroseek.com. That's where I get my information at. Alright, Taurus. So let's go ahead and pull. This is the Urban Crow Oracle by MJ Colony. What do you want? What's the crows want to tell or bring to the Taurus attention? I feel like for some of you, you may be hearing them, but yet paying no mind. I feel like you need to start listening because there's messages that they bring to you. Crows are known to bring messages from the spirit world. So there could be a message coming from a passed on loved one. Alright, so Taurus. Okay, so sashaying. See how he's planting seeds? Alright, and then territory. So somebody is very territorial. Can you guys see that? Okay. So somebody in your energy could be stepping on your toes, or you could be stepping on somebody else's toes. Somebody could be stepping on your toes and stealing your ideas, your seeds that you're planting, or trying to even steal a gift. But I feel like the crows are warning you about this person because I feel like they're trying to cloud your mind. Alright, so let's read what territorial means. Crows are very territorial. In my neighborhood, we have distinct groups that will hang out too long on a block that is not theirs. Or they will not hang out on a block too long that are not theirs. Territory indicates that someone may be entering your space uninvited, or that they may be the ones, or that you may be the one who is the intruder. This card may also ask if you're This card may also ask you if you are protecting something out of concern, or someone may be trying to step on your toes or take over something you cherish. And that's exactly what I feel here. I feel like somebody is stepping on your toes uninvited that you are protecting with the sashaying here. One day, while feeding my neighborhood crows, there's confirmation, I noticed one of them using their beak to dig a hole. The birds then swiftly opened its mouth and dropped in food. It was saving the food for later. The crow didn't want to eat the food, but also it didn't want to leave it around for some other creature to enjoy. You may find yourself either keeping an idea or possession hidden all the time is right, or simply unwilling to let go of something and you aren't using out of fear that someone else may benefit from your release or surrendering. So somebody is stepping on your toes, stealing your ideas is what I feel. Right? Stealing your ideas. Here, Taurus. So now let's go ahead and pull the moon cards. The top card will represent the full moon in your sign, Taurus, and the bottom card will represent the new moon. I feel like this person or people are trying to keep you blind to this. They don't want you to know, but I feel you will. Alright, so on the top of the deck for you, full moon in Taurus. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So it could be a Leo doing this. Somebody who has strong Leo in their chart. Somebody who's very prideful, somebody who's very much in their ego, somebody who does not care if they step on your toes, somebody who does it just to be ignorant, right? Why? Because they can. Somebody who's throwing the rock, hiding the hand is something else that I'm getting, and communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So, Taurus, you could have Gemini somewhere in your chart. Or this could be a Leo and a Gemini. I feel like you already planted this seed. And now you got maybe a gift coming in from it. See, there's the key. See, the key. Communication is key. I see flowers, so you could be receiving your flowers. Love. I see a safety pin that's open, so you could be getting jabbed or jugged with a safety pin. Maybe you don't feel safe. I see coins, so you could be seeing coins. I see feathers. But specifically what's sticking out is that key because of the Gemini. And underneath that, new romantic cycle begins. So this person, you could have planted a seed with a particular person. Right? See, he's got a button in his hand or in his mouth. A button. Something about a button. This person could have been pushing your buttons, invading your space, stepping on your toes, trying to steal your ideas, information. Okay? So let's keep moving forward here. That was the Moonology cards. This is the Archangel Power Tarot cards. Somebody was very arrogant and self-centered. Very full of themselves. somebody who has Leo in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascend, North Node. They were doing it just to try to get in under your skin, trying to get in your way. It's like you were planting the seeds, you were saving it for later, and they were coming in and digging it up. For some of you, they could have even stolen your key. Alrighty. Could have been talking trash about you too. Alright, so I already shuffled these cards, but we're going to do a quick little reshuffle in front of you to show you that this is, these are my 2 decks that I created like 5 years ago. For some reason, this card want to file balance and zen, so you may need to be in that zen. There's a pile of rocks there. This card wanted to stick to the table, temptation, yeah. So it could have been 3 people. One of them could have been a Capricorn. Or have Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node. But we got a male and 2 females, so there's definitely 3 involved. Somebody here could have an entity attachment. This Leo person could have an entity attachment. And he could be working with 2 other people, he or she. Maybe getting readings on you. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started here. I'm just going to put these 2 cards up here. These 2 cards fell out at the bottom, and I feel like they're important to this message for some reason. I don't know, they're not wanting to stay up here. Okay. Alright, so the first card represents when you come across this video in the present moment. Alrighty, so in the present moment, they want you to use clear quartz, universal double terminated, 1111. You're spiritually awakened, on the right path. So remember what I said, Taurus, about 1111. What goes retrograde is Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of expansion, higher wisdom, higher knowledge. It's going retrograde on 1111 in Cancer. So you could have Cancer somewhere in your chart. You have the 8 of Michael. You can be free, make courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. So in the present moment, you may not be seeing something clearly, and this could be amped. And it could have something to do about your path. We have an 8 there. 1118 could be significant. So in the present moment, you have the 8 of Michael, Archangel Michael, telling you you are just not seeing things clearly. I feel like this person was trying to blind you. They were trying to amplify this by using crystals. They wanted you to misstep off of your path. That is why they were stepping on your toes, invading your space, stealing your ideas, maybe even going as far as what the 8 of Michael's swords talks about, communication, sending you sending you subliminal messages. And using crystals to amplify it. This is at least 3 people, at least. One could be a Leo, one could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah. So Jupiter is going to be very important for you, Taurus, especially with the full moon coming in your sign. hmm So don't allow your ego to blind you, because you're being asked to step out of this mental prison that these people have put you in. Something about that clear quartz crystal could be important. And the star sign of Cancer. Cancer rules the fourth house. So you could have Leo in the fourth house, or you could have Cancer in the fifth house. The fifth house talks about drama, somebody who's immature, somebody who's childish. Cancer rules the home, the family, things that are rooted within you. Okay? So when you come across this video, Archangel Michael is telling you with the Leo energy, you have the courage and the choice to change your situation and step back on your path. To bring in that balance, that zen. So I feel like they're telling you to clearly hear your thoughts, or to clear out any negative thoughts that have you self imprisoned. Oh, look, balance is on a fence. Don't allow yourself to stay tempted by these ego thoughts. There's definitely 3 people involved. Absolutely. Says a male and 2 females, somebody in a third party situation. You have the opportunity to walk through them gates and free yourself from them self imprisoning thoughts. So Jupiter is going to be very important for you. Wherever you have Cancer at in your chart, is going to be significant. You may want to go check that out. All right, so the past. Let's see what's going on. October's energy. Okay. This is how change happens: one gesture, one person, one moment at a time. So definitely something is changing. You have a choice to change your situation. And this is how it'll happen: one moment, one step at a time. We have rainstorm melancholy. So somebody kept you in this melancholy, this emotional rainstorm. And you were very aware of this. It has been revealed to you that this person was astral traveling, but they were stepping on your toes. And they didn't want you to break free from this mental imprisonment that you were in. But I feel like you've decided to change up the situation. Maybe keep your inspiration to yourself. Learning to trust your intuition, right? Because a new cycle is beginning. In the new moon in Scorpio Sagittarius, a new cycle is beginning for you. This is Archangel Shamuel. He works with spiritual soulmates. He's like the angel, the Cupid. He's the Archangel Cupid. So what you are doing, what you have did in the past, is you've broke free of this procrastination. You have broke free of this mental imprisonment that this person or these 3 people were trying to keep you in. You took the step, even if it was one step at a time. That's how change happened. So you've changed your situation. You're stepping out of this emotional rainstorm. Letting go of the ego mind. The ego imprisonment. Because the ego, what it does is it imprisons your inner desires, your id. The ego imprisons the id. This person wanted you to believe that you was not on the right path. So I feel like you need to either grab yourself a piece of clear quartz to help clear out this energy and bring yourself back into a state of balance. Zen. All right, immediate future. Yeah, look, girls just want to have fun. There's two of them. Yeah. So they were laughing at you. They were having fun playing mind games with you. They were having fun keeping you in this mental prison. It is. It will be better if you make a decision over analyzing a problem, finding a compromise. They were making funny. They were laughing behind your back because they were playing on your mental illness of your depression, and they didn't want you to make some sort of a hard decision. We got the 2 here now. So they did not want you to be able to see clearly enough to make decisions for you. We have unicorns, horses. See how these 2 horses are headed towards each other? Right? Romance. New romantic cycle. Libra. Libra rules the 7th house. Partnerships. Yeah. So the immediate future is to shift out of this depressed energy, trust your intuition, and go out and have a little bit of fun. But I do see how there's 2 girls on that card. Mm-hmm. And then we got the rainstorm and melancholy. It's like they were trying to trigger you. Okay, let's pull another one for the rest of the month. Yeah, I feel, see how you got the skull here, and you got 2 Michaels, which is the swords energy. 2 and an 8 adds up to a 10. 10 of swords talks about backstab, betrayal, hit rock bottom, right? Which is what the Tower is. Being very aware of hitting rock bottom, knowing that the only way is up now, right? The only way is up. This person did it on purpose. We have the Emperor here, bones and destruction. Don't text your ex. So what they were trying to do was destroy a relationship. They were trying to block a masculine, trying to control something here. Trying to control your thoughts, trying to control your stability, trying to just take control over a particular relationship. Aries rules the 1st house, which talks about your attitude, the appearance, right? So we have an Aries here too. Aries, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Leo, Libra. This person really was supercharging it, amplifying it. Don't text your ex. So they could have, like I said, been trying to manipulate your divine masculine is something else that I'm getting. Maybe even using skulls to do so. Playing mind games. Messing with black magic even. But you were very aware of that. You were very aware of the fact that they were trying to block your decisions. They didn't want you to see something clearly. They did not want you to see the fact that they were stepping on your toes. They didn't want you to see something clearly enough to make your own decisions. They wanted you to make wrong decisions. They wanted your ego mind to block your id. But 11:11, you're on the right path. So Jupiter is very importance here. Okay, so one more card for the rest of the month. Okay, so leap of faith, trusting, rainbow, renewal, and then we get the Nine of Cups in reverse. So we're actually literally playing on your low self-esteem, your depression. They didn't want you to heal. They didn't want you to break free of this mental and emotional abuse. But I do feel you are. You're taking that leap of faith. You are trusting the divine, and you are grounding your energy, opening up all of your chakras, clearing out this mental confusion, this depression, and you're doing it one step at a time. And you are learning to trust your intuition. Why? Because you've already hit rock bottom. They could have even been trying to send you subliminal messages to text the devil himself. Right? But they were really getting in the way. They were stepping on your toes because they wanted your seeds. They wanted the things that you are planting. They could have even been coming into your dreams and playing emotional games. Playing on your emotions is something else that I'm getting. Trying to block your wishes. Because 1111 does talk about wishes. Okay? So what are you failing to see for the rest of the month? Okay. So we have Taurus, the bull, coming through here. So what are you failing to see is there is unnecessary worry. Remember I said about the devil himself, right? You need to be aware of your own emotions because you are definitely imprisoning yourself. Something about prison, right? So release yourself from that which holds you back. I need to detox unnecessary worry based on lack of self-confidence, right? And that's exactly it. You need to be aware of your emotions. Because they wanted you to worry. They wanted you to feel as though you missed an opportunity. They didn't want you to be able to meditate and hear clearly with Archangel Michael. They didn't want you to hear clearly. Communication is key. They didn't want you to have your own personal thoughts. And then the horns dominates the Taurus energy. See how he's got the hair over his eyes? Not seeing things clearly. They wanted to blind you while they were stealing your ideas. They wanted you to hear the devil's words so that you could miss some sort of an opportunity. They wanted you to stay in this mental imprisonment. They wanted the ego to block your inner desires, your id. They wanted that. They wanted you to sit in this melancholy, this low self-esteem, right? They didn't want you, they wanted to keep you blind to a particular decision that you may have coming. Somebody was definitely stealing your ideas. They wanted your rewards, is what I see. They wanted your rewards. They wanted to steal your ideas, and they wanted your rewards. So what they did was they played a lot of mind games with you. They wanted to try to tempt you to stay in this darkness instead of bringing in a state of balance and zen by detoxing these emotions so that you can see the problem more clearly. They didn't want to see you change. But you were very aware of it very, very aware. All right, so a final message here for the Taurus energy. They were actually trying to block your wishes, too. It's like they were listening. They were listening to everything you said while they were in meditation. Look, notice the signs of divine love. They wanted you to miss the signs, right? 555. Yep. And then we have flame. So you're on a twin flame journey. Could have something to do with a child. All right. So on the bottom of the deck, we have mother's love and give back. Today is a day to cast aside normal routines and make your main purpose to serve. It's about giving back without thoughts or expectations of getting anything in return. Reach out, touch other people's spirits. It's highly likely that someone really needs it today. Okay? And on the bottom of the deck, we have a mother's love. A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that a special bond of love can never be broken. So you have a mother as an ancestor who is reaching out to you and giving something back that has been taken from you because they have stepped on your toes and stole it. Some of you are clairaudient. You are like psychic, like very intuitive, clairaudient, telepathic. So cast aside the normal routines and do something different. By what? Noticing the signs of a mother's love who is around you. Remember, coins, roses, a button, feathers. Pay attention to that. Because somebody is going to come in and take the risk and want to commit to you. Okay? So this person, this Leo person, could have an entity attachment. And they could be causing a lot of problems because you rejected them. But I do see a state of balance, zen, meditation, calmness, peacefulness, in making the choice to change yourself by walking out of this mental imprisonment that these fools put you in. Thank you for watching.